Someone just lost $71 million worth of Bitcoin on a address poisoning attack. This is such a big deal because it happens very often in crypto, and it's something that you must be aware of because you may be a victim of it. So what happened here is that someone sent Bitcoin to the wrong address, and the reason why they sent Bitcoin to the wrong address was because the attacker sent to the victim some transactions pretending to be the address. So let me explain. Here's what happened. A poison attack is when the attacker conjures a wallet address similar to the victim, either through a vanity address service or through address mining, and spams the victim with numerous transactions. So someone sends you transactions with your address, pretend that with an address that looks like your own, and then you can copy that without knowing. Like if you go to Etherscan, you can pretend that this is your wallet from, and someone sends you transactions with an address that looks almost like this one. It starts with the same numbers and ends with the same numbers, but what's in the middle is different. Maybe the numbers are different. So the attacker sends you a bunch of transactions with those numbers, and you go here, you click on copy address, and you send the money to your address, thinking that it's yours, but in reality it's another person's address. So let's say this is your address, and the attacker generates an address that starts the same and ends the same, but in the middle is different. The attacker sends you transfers with this address, hoping that you copy that address and send money to it, thinking that it's your own address. I know it sounds confusing, but that's exactly how it works. This is how people lose millions of dollars in crypto. So this is what happened. The scammers are so good that they generate addresses with the same starting and ending letters, which is even more of a problem because many wallets hide the middle portion of the address. They only show the start and end of the address. You cannot see the entire address for simplicity, which is a problem because that's where the scam happens. So they simply send you those transactions, a bunch of transactions to your wallet so that it's in there, and you copy that address thinking that it's yours, and then send the money to the scammer. This is a big problem. So you gotta be very vigilant when you're sending crypto. You gotta pay attention to the entire address, break it down into smaller chunks, which is exactly what Trezor does, the Trezor hardware wallet. That's what they do, so that you can check the entire address properly, because otherwise you may be victim to one of these scams. And let me tell you, this is very, very easy to fall victim to, because you're just copying, you're sending a transaction, you don't even notice that it's the wrong address. So you gotta always pay attention to the entire address. Make sure all the numbers look great, especially in the middle, because at the end and at the beginning, those are, anybody can see those, that they are the same, that the ones you're used to. But pay attention to the numbers in the middle so that your address is valid. Otherwise, you could lose $71 million of Bitcoin if you're not careful. And this is not the first time it happens. It happened before, and it continues to happen. So be very vigilant for this scam and don't fall for it.